But I do want to actually talk really quick about calculating ACOS, because I know, Andy, this was something you wanted to cover as well,
and
right?
I posted that PDF in the chat too that people can download, so they have a guide. But yeah, let's go over that really quick, because that's kind of an essential.
So it really is, because you want to understand what your, so if my toy cost for calculating ACOS, if my toy cost is plus shipping is $3.60, and my Amazon fees are $4.40. Well, that gives me a total cost of $8, right? And my sales price is $13. Well, my break-even ACOS then is my profit margin is 35%, right? So an ACOS lower than 35%, then, if that's my profit margin, is going to ensure a profitable PPC campaign. So you kind of want to calculate, you want to know your numbers, calculate your profit margin and how much money you're making after, Amazon fees on that product. And then you want to ensure that your ACOS, that you're shooting for an ACOS lower than this. Now, remember, in the beginning, as Andy mentioned with the auto campaigns, you're going to be kind of aggressive, and your ACOS might be kind of crazy when you're doing a launch in the beginning. So don't let this freak you out. The biggest thing I see is people, after 3 days of running an auto campaign, they'll see an ACOS of like 80%, and they totally freak out, and they pause everything. So, it's okay. Let the data actually come through and let it kind of calculate. And then remember, you're going to get that data and you're going to use it in a manual campaign. And that's when you want to start optimizing toward this lower ACOS than your profit margin.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that makes sense.
Greg, I see you like hunched in really close to the screen. Just if you could pull up the chat from the bottom. You can download that PDF and it'll give you all that same data. If you pull up the chat, so like on the bottom of your screen, there's a little chat icon. If you pull that up, it'll pull up the chat. And then if you scroll up to 1:50 p.m. on the timeline, you'll see I posted a PDF that's pretty much the same as what Amy's showing right now. He's got it.
Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You just want to make sure that when you get into manual campaigns, that you are really, you're checking your ACOS, and you're looking for, an ACOS lower than your profit margin. If it's higher than your profit margin on your manual campaigns, you're essentially losing money on that product, right? You're essentially paying Amazon to sell your product. Yep. So
the caveat to that is, that if you're doing a launch, be prepared to go super negative on your PPC sometimes. Like for us, we're a large seller. We've been doing this for a long time. So we have the money stores to put behind it, which I know a lot of you don't. But that's, I think, one of the biggest mistakes that people make, especially when they're new, is they launch and they don't count marketing expenses. On a lot of our products, we'll go in the hole like thousands and thousands of dollars in the first 2 weeks, 2 months, just depending on how competitive that product is initially. And I know it's scary, and it's one of those things that, like, when you're starting something new, it's scary because if you fail, then you've lost money. But to really be successful on Amazon these days, especially with the way the competition is, you got to be ready to go really hard on those on that spend up front. The best way to not lose money is to do things like this, like, learn from people who have done it before, and do the due diligence so that when you go to launch, you're super confident in your product. And then that way you have no problem putting money behind it, because you're like, I know this is going to be successful. I've done my homework. Like, I'm going to kill it. If you have that attitude going in, and you make sure you don't skimp on the marketing, then that's kind of how you're gonna really get success.